Pilates arms? I'm not messing with you at all.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Pilates Power Hour in 20 minutes. I am Kristin Anderson, and today I have a special guest with me, my good friend and many things, Kim DePrati. So, today's episode is going to be starting with, not now, I'm ... We're going to look at what that is for you and what it could be for you. Then we're going to go into a little bit of celebrity swagger in the male persuasion, and we're going to look at how every single male celebrity athlete, somebody is doing Pilates, and like lots of it are a little bit, but they're all doing it. So we're going to break that down a little bit. And then we're going to talk to Kim, who has a lot of experience in Pilates, plus she has experience in the medical field, and she's got great things to say, and I talk to her all the time, and I wanted you guys to hear from her as well. Then we're going to go into my little tips and tricks, of course, focus on Kim and what she needs, and I think it's going to be great for all of us. So, without further ado, not now, I'm at Pilates. Not now, I'm getting a massage. Not now, I'm blah, blah, blah. So what I've noticed in my teaching is that people are okay with answering the phone and saying, not now, I'm doing Pilates. And it's not a negative thing. It's like they want to let the person know they're taking care of themselves, and the person on the other end is glad to hear it. They're like, oh, she or he is doing Pilates. That means they'll be able to talk to me later. I won't interrupt them. I can respect it, and they're going to be in a better mood. So for me, since I do Pilates all day and night, it's someone will say, did you work out yet today? Or I'm like, hey, I'm working out, and people are like, they back right off, because if I don't work out, I'm not lovely and friendly like I am now. And that's okay, right? Because I teach Pilates all day, but did I work out? Did I play a sport? Did I compete in something? And when I get all of that out of my system, I'm me. And if not, then I look at you doing your workout and I think, look at that workout I'm giving you. You're not even honoring it very much. You're not even trying. And that's not true. You're always trying, but I have that bad attitude. So what do you have in your life where you don't mind saying it, it's self-care, that you're glad you're taking care of yourself, and the other person is like, whew, that sounds great. Usually it's not, oh, I'm shopping and I'm spending all my money, or I am, just laying on the couch watching Netflix, unless that's a good thing. So in your life, Kim, what is the not now, I'm ...
Not now, I'm spending time with friends.
Okay, balance. That is good.
And I always know I'm balanced if I'm doing a specific set of things, and spending time with friends is one of those checklist things.
Community is super important. Like, it's to longevity. Community, moving your body, and like engaging your brain are some of the things that all of longevity is based upon. So I love that. And here we are spending our community time together.
Spending time with friends.
Yay! So good.
Check.
Yes, boom. Oh, let's just go now. See you. Okay, moving on. So, males and Pilates. I love when I'm at the grocery store or somebody sees me and I have this shirt on, it's a guy, and they say, oh, my wife does Pilates, or my girlfriend, or, whatever. And I say, why wouldn't you do it? And they're like, because they don't know what it is. So, here's the secret. Pilates is abs. It's abs and arms. It's abs and back. It's abs and like it is abs, abs, abs. It is just ripped abs, just 6-pack, 12-pack, back muscles, everything. It's just abs, abs, abs. So here's our experiment. We're gonna pick up one of our phones and we're gonna look at, just gonna Google celebrity males doing abs or doing Pilates. So we're gonna pick up our phone here. All right, so I actually pre-did this because I wanted to make sure. Just male celebrities doing, there is every single person you've ever known, from Sylvester Stallone to Tom Brady to Alex Brown to the late Kobe Bryant. Everybody here is listed for doing some kind of Pilates. And then if you open it up, Tom Brady does it for his low belly and his leg strength. Alex Brown does it for his ability to change direction on the field. As we know, he's featured the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, everybody is doing Pilates in some sense. They're all putting it in their training regimen. There is a band that I work for sometimes that are playing at the Sphere right now. They do Pilates so they can actually stay on stage the whole time and just bring that cash in. So doing Pilates equals ripped abs. And so guys, do that Pilates. And here's my question. You have a wonderful boyfriend, love him. If he wanted to do Pilates, would you feel it was infringing on your time, or would you be really glad that he's doing Pilates?
I would love it, and he's actually pretty open-minded. And the reason why He's open-minded to different things. As we used to do CrossFit together, and we were always getting hurt. We love the community of it. We love the competitiveness of it, but we were constantly getting hurt. And so we're both always looking for things that will keep our bodies in shape, where we can improve our chances of not getting injured.
That's really nice. And then as we go marching along, then there's not one of you necessarily taking care of the other one because they didn't try.
That's right.
All right. Well, let's keep it going to you, Kim.
Okay.
So thank you for coming, and tell us who you are and what you do.
Well, let's see. My name is Kim DePrati. I am 49 years old. I am a mother of 2 grown children, and I have my 4th grandchild on the way.
Oh, yummy.
I know. Babies are so cute. I am a physician assistant. I have worked in the field for about 16, 17 years. I work in, among other things, I've worked in the emergency room, in internal medicine, and I am now in drug and alcohol treatment.
Nice.
I love my job. It's very rewarding. I consider myself somewhat of an athlete. I like to stay in shape, and working out is one of my hobbies,
Nice.
along with spending time with friends, right? So yeah.
You can do both at once.
And I also...
Why did you start Pilates?
Why did I start Pilates? Very good question. So a little bit of a backstory. I have what's called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I was diagnosed with a genetic condition that is of collagen, it's a collagen issue, right?
Okay, so what does that mean as far as like, what does it present you with? Like what issues?
It makes my joints loosey-goosey.
Okay, so you're hypermobile.
Yes, it's a hypermobile. There's many different subtypes of Ehlers-Danlos, and the most common is called hypermobile EDS.
Oh,
And
so we
that's-
can put you in a suitcase and like sneak you on that way?
When I was younger.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of us, when we're younger, are cheerleaders, gymnasts, dancers, very flexible creatures. However, as time goes on, we start getting injuries, and my first injury was at age 23. And so...
What happened? Like, did you have to, what kind of procedure resulted from that? Like,
So I ended up having my first cervical fusion. At
Oh,
age
that's neck
23.
surgery.
Yeah,
Ow.
the first of 6 neck
Wow.
surgeries.
Okay.
And then I've had 2 on my lumbar spine. The last 2 surgeries were about 2 years ago, and they were within 11 months apart.
So you've basically had surgeries throughout the history of your lifetime because of this issue or because of okay,
Yes.
got it, okay.
I didn't know what the reason was until about 3 years ago when I was
Wow.
actually officially diagnosed with the condition. And it made sense, but it doesn't really change the fact that there is no cure.
Yep.
There's only treatment. And because I want to stay fit, I want to stay active, and I don't want to be in chronic pain all the time, was looking for something that would help me get back in shape from those surgeries without further injuring myself.
And then also the nervousness that comes with repeating injuries or repeating movements that have hurt
I
you
definitely had some sports-related trauma because I was afraid to move my body in a way that might hurt me. And so I thought Pilates made sense for me because I know that it's about strengthening and lengthening, right? And keeping the core tight, which is so important, especially for spinal issues. My EDS is spinal in nature. Some have problems with their shoulders, with their elbows. Mine is generally centralized, but all of it can be helped with strengthening the muscles around the joints so that they're much less likely to dislocate and move in a way that they're not supposed to move and causing injury.
So let me ask you this. What surprised you about Pilates?
Okay, what really surprised me about Pilates is I knew it would help me look good because I've seen the bodies of people who do Pilates. I knew that it would help strengthen me, but I really didn't think it would be as fun as it is, and I'm not just saying that. I loved the fact that I could do these kind of delicate dance moves, especially my favorite is what's it called?
The jump board.
The jump board, but what's the little flip?
Oh, the changement.
Changement, right? But that is my absolute favorite because I feel like a cute little princess, right? Flipping my legs together and jumping and working my muscles and strengthening my bones at the same time.
I mean, to be honest, the jump board and then letting ladies know that when you do Pilates, your ability to wear heels changes. I mean, those are the two cells. Who cares? It's real life. So tell me then, what does Pilates prevent from happening for you?
I know without a doubt that it is strengthening my core. I've got abs for the first time in my life, right? Pow. And honestly, just working with a trainer and having you remind me whenever I'm in the car, I sit there, and when I'm slouching, I start thinking, what would Kristin tell me to do? And I straighten up a little bit.
So those who work with me, there's my hand, right? Which is a simple little hand. The hand comes in, and you're like, it's just like a little, I just come in and close the ribs. It's surprisingly strong, and then you have bruises and you can't breathe. However you remember. And I have you sign this waiver, and the very last thing, it says literally that I will touch you, and if that's okay. And so.
And I don't mind. I'm a visual learner, like you've said, right? I need to be reminded, and I want my body to remember these things because it's been holding up. It's been doing these postures for 49 years.
That's real.
And they've not been very healthy postures. They've been kind of twerking me, because I've had so many injuries that I know that I need to relearn how to. My body needs to relearn, and I feel like Pilates is doing a very good job of making sure that I'm always in perfect alignment.
Yes.
So that my body will eventually be like, oh yes, this is where I'm supposed to be.
And to your point, so how we work in Pilates is we find neutral spine first, or we find our core, and then we work from the series of muscles on out. So it's not just like big muscles, small muscles. It's like our core, and then we're going to start with like our shoulder joint, and we work out through the bicep and through the through the forearm, and that means that your muscles on either side of your elbow joint are becoming even and stable, not just like one muscle here or there. So. Thank you for getting that within our sessions. That is so cool. And the fact that you are having fun makes my little heart
I'm having
sing.
a lot of fun.
I love that. It makes me super happy. So let's do, what would you say gets you, like when you haven't moved very much, or tell me what kind of position or what kind of thing can kind of creep up and make it so that you could hurt yourself or something like that?
Anything static. For me, I need to always be moving, which
like driving.
Yes, yeah. So driving is a big one. I tend to drive quite a bit during the day because I work for different facilities, and I'll drive between each and every one of them. So I'm in the car half hour, out an hour, back in the car half hour, out.
And so when you know that's creeping up, what is the fear?
The fear, because when I am static for too long or sedentary for too long, I get into a place where it's very easy for me to have these very innocuous stimuli. I'm talking, I bend over to pick up a bath mat, or I sneeze, or just something. It's not like heavy
one
lifting.
Sneeze away from a major injury.
Yes, I'm one sneeze away from complete paralysis.
Oh my God. Okay, that's real. That's real.
I mean, no, I'm being facetious, but what I'm saying is that I'm 49. These injuries happen. It's never because I've lifted a couch or anything like that. It's these little stupid movements, and it always happens after a period where I've been sedentary.
Okay, so let's segue that into today's tip for Kim specifically, but for all of us, right? So what we've done so far is we've learned how to breathe into our rib cage, and then in the inhale and the exhale, we've tightened up our stomach. We've also squeezed our glutes like we were sitting on something weird. We've also extended our arms to the middle and sort of felt that. So today, we're gonna kind of up that a little bit, and we're gonna do a series of squeezing and releasing our body, like from our toes on up. So no pressure. You don't have to remember this or do it in any kind of order. We're just going to go along and like squeeze, release. So the first thing we're going to do is just squeeze everything. Squeeze your feet together and like squeeze your arms and your legs. Don't hurt your neck, but just kind of hold your breath and just squeeze. And then we're going to do a double exhale and let it all go. And what that double exhale does is it cleans out your lungs, and it makes you relax, whether you like it or not, but you've just squeezed, so you're energized. So now we're going to squeeze and release individual body parts. So we're just going to squeeze our left foot. Then you're going to squeeze, release the right foot. Then the left calf. Then the right calf. Then your left thigh. And your right thigh. And your left butt cheek. And then your right butt cheek. Then you're going to squeeze your low belly. Then you're going to squeeze your upper belly. Then we're going to squeeze our left forearm. Then our right forearm. Then we're going to squeeze our left bicep or upper arm. Then our right bicep or upper arm. Then we're going to squeeze the upper back on our left. And then the upper back on our right. And then we're just going to let it all go. Yes, nice exhale. Now we're going to squeeze everything. So we're going to squeeze our feet, our arms, our legs, our stomach, and we're going to hold it, get all the energy in. And then you're going to double exhale, relax, but don't collapse. Ooh, and here we are, floating along.
Feels nice.
Oh, right? There's a little bit of a euphoria, kind of like a cruising along. I'm glad that we're together because people would think I was making that up.
No, and it's also it makes me more mindful of my body, and I can see if I'm having a busy and somewhat stressful day, taking the time to pay attention to each of my body parts gets me out of my head for a minute.
Boom. And that squeezing and releasing just jacked up your metabolism a little bit, and that's happening. And it also like calmed your body down and let the blood flow.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Kim, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you so much, and I think that a lot of people are going to take this and really get a lot from it. So, let me ask you one more thing. If you could wave a magic wand, what would the takeaway be for all the people listening today?
If you have any idea of what you think Pilates is, lose it. Right?
Okay.
Try it for yourself.
Nice.
I think that you might be pleasantly surprised. If you think you have an injury, that you shouldn't be working out because you've got an injury, find a trainer then, right? Find a trainer and have them take you through what you can do. But always stay active and find things that you get passionate about, that you have fun with, and that will help you stay consistent and get excited about your own.
That was so fantastic. And now I'm going to actually ask you one more thing. With what you have seen in the world, like everything from, treatment to the ER to just, like more of a casual office setting, is there any through line, like in any age that you could see happening as we age or as something, goes on in daily life?
Well, I do see that we are our habits. We are our habits.
I was not expecting
It is
that.
not always genetics. You can have terrible genetics and take wonderful care of yourself and overcome those genetics, I'm telling you. And then you can also be blessed with great genetics and abuse the heck out of yourself and not exercise and do all the bad things, and you will look older faster and your quality of life will be...
Wow.
That's my medical term for it.
But that was great. And that was strong. This is why I hang out with this girl. We are the same age, and she points out things like that. We are our habits. Wow. So we are our best friends, and we are our worst enemies, and that was huge. Thank you again, Kim. I appreciate it so much, and I cannot wait to go out in the world and squeeze release with you and hang out. Check that box on community. Go find your friends and go do something positive, good habits, and then have a good time. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out the full episode on Spotify Podcasts or Apple Podcasts.